You are about to discover the untold story of a small copper coin that carries the weight of American history in its tiny frame. The 1984 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary to most, but it hides secrets, errors, and values that turn pocket change into a collector's treasure. This is not just about a coin. This is about how 1 cent became a symbol of precision politics. Production and power. Stay with us as we unfold the professional full history of the 1984 Lincoln penny. From minting mysteries to market madness, every detail matters. The year is 1984, and across the United States millions of Lincoln pennies are being struck. But this year something unusual is happening in the coin world. Something that will catch the eye of numismatists, collectors, dealers, and even average Americans who carry these coins daily in their pockets. It is the beginning of a story that takes us deep into the world of minting, politics, economics, and hidden treasures. The 1984 Lincoln penny is not just another coin. It is a piece of American heritage cast in copper-coated zinc, and it begins with Abraham Lincoln, whose face has been on the penny since 1909, when the coin was first released to commemorate his 100th birthday. The Lincoln cent had already undergone many changes by the time it reached 1984, from its original wheat reverse to the memorial design introduced in 1959, celebrating the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. by 1984. This memorial, Washington, D.C. by 1984. This memorial reverse had been in circulation for 25 years, but the real story of the 1984 penny lies not in its reverse, but in its obverse, where a small error would make history and increase value. This year, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies without a mint mark, as was standard practice for that facility at the time. But buried within these millions were coins with a doubled die obverse. The 1984 doubled die penny is one of the most sought-after errors in modern coinage history. The doubling is most clearly seen on Lincoln's ear, giving the appearance of a second lobe. Collectors refer to this as the doubled ear penny, and it is no ordinary mistake. This is a significant misalignment during the striking process, and it gave rise to one of the most famous varieties of the Lincoln cent series. To understand how such an error occurs, we have to examine the coin production process at the United States Mint. The process begins with the creation of master hubs and master dies, each of which must be perfectly aligned during multiple impressions. If there is any shift or misalignment during these impressions, the result can be a doubled die. This is not to be confused with machine doubling, which occurs post-strike and is far less valuable. True doubled die coins are created during the die-making process, which makes them much rarer and more desirable. In 1984, these double die obverse coins were produced at a time when the Mint was transitioning equipment and procedures to accommodate the increasing demand for circulating coinage. This was also during a period of economic change and inflation, which had led the Mint to switch from copper to copper-plated zinc cents in 1982. This shift reduced production costs, but also introduced new challenges in quality control, including greater susceptibility to plating issues and error types like die deterioration and doubling. The 1984 double die penny became famous in collector circles not long after its release by the late 1980s and early 1990s. Numismatic publications began identifying and listing it as a key error for the modern era. Its value quickly grew, especially in high grades and with clear doubling examples. Circulated examples could fetch several dollars, while uncirculated specimens with strong luster and clean surfaces could sell for much more. Certified examples graded by services like PCGs or NGC command premium prices, and in recent auctions have brought in hundreds and even over $1,000 depending on condition and doubling clarity. Beyond the error, the 1984 penny is part of the broader story of American currency and its role in everyday life. This coin passed through millions of hands across gas stations, grocery stores, diners, and post offices. It was used to buy candy stamps and access payphones, and it carries with it not just value for collectors but cultural memory. It is a connection to a specific time in American life, a snapshot of technology, economics, and politics in motion. By the mid-1980s, The United States Mint was producing billions of coins annually to meet the growing population and expanding economy. This was also the era when coin collecting became more mainstream, with millions of Americans tuning into coin guides, television segments, and monthly collector magazines. The 1984 double-die penny became a featured highlight in many of these publications, symbolizing how modern coins could still hold surprises and hidden treasures. There are also lesser-known varieties and issues related to the 1984 penny that collectors watch for, including minor repunched mint marks, die cracks, plating blisters, and off-center strikes. While these are less dramatic than the famous double die, they still contribute to the full numismatic profile of the year and offer opportunities for collectors to hunt for unique pieces in rolls and change jars across the country. As we trace the journey of this coin from mint to market, we must also explore the role of major coin grading companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These institutions have helped standardize coin quality, assign grades, and protect buyers from counterfeits, which are surprisingly common even in cents as small as the Lincoln penny. The presence of a slabbed 1984 double-die penny offers assurance and adds to its investment appeal. Over the decades since 1984, this penny has gone from common pocket change to a recognized modern rarity. It is a reminder that valuable coins are not always ancient silver or gold pieces. Sometimes they are as close as your nearest coin jar, hiding among everyday cents with hidden history waiting to be discovered. As we close this segment on the 1984 Lincoln penny, we reflect on how something so small can carry so much significance in design, production errors, and cultural impact. The penny remains one of the most iconic pieces in American coinage, and the 1984 issue stands as proof that even in the modern minting era, treasures can still be found in plain sight. So next time you see a penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history.